Jaguar Nation, welcome to the Jaguar Football Show, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by Coca-Cola, Louisiana Lottery, Communities of Color Network Tobacco-Free Living, Hollywood Casino, the Louisiana Seafood Marketing and Promotion Board, and Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Hello and welcome to Week 12 of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where each week we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. We come to you from Hollywood Casino, located at 1717 River Road. We invite you to come out, neighborhood of about 6:30 on Monday, watch the show, talk a little SU football. We come on about 7 times a week on TV. You can catch us on Cox 4. Or Cox 113, you see the times there. And of course, you can catch us at your leisure on YouTube or Facebook. Coach, as we get ready to jump into it, you know, the win this past weekend was a good win for you and your Jaguar team as you beat the Virginia Lynchburg Dragons 58-7 on the Bluff. Last home football game of the 2019 season. It was also senior night. Coach, clearly it was a tune-up game for the Jaguars as you guys outclassed them and outscored them at will.
Well, yeah, and I think that's the biggest thing you had to guard against was your team having a letdown, not looking at records, and just getting yourself prepared to play. And I really thought our guys did that. Play up to our expectation. Let's go out, take care of business, and hopefully have a lot of guys who haven't played, give them a chance to play in a college football game, and we're able to do that.
On the offensive side of the ball, 7 Jaguars scored points, but on the defensive side, 3 or 4 Jaguars had sacks. Jordan Lewis had 2, Joe Davis had 1, Dylan Walker had 1. The Jaguars had a good night on defense, Coach.
Very good night. Other than a couple plays there, I really thought, we played pretty dominant against a team that we were expected to dominate. And that's what I think you have to do. You got to be able to execute regardless who the opponent is. And our biggest cliche in our locker room is that it's not about the opponent. It's going to be about us and making sure we play up to our expectations. When we do that, we have a lot of success.
Well, let's jump into those highlights and show the fans exactly what happened on Saturday night on the Bluff. Here you see a nice big hit by Tamara Smith to start the game off. Then Skelton's going to rush for 21. He comes back. He hits Hinton for 20. He had a good night for you, Coach.
Yeah, B. Hinton is starting to step up as a slot receiver for us. He's a sure-handed guy, very tough. Glad to see him make some plays.
Then Devon Ben does what he does, gets 7 yards on the ground. Skelton's going to take it the rest of the way, 8 yards into the end zone. The Jaguars are up 7-0. Then the first sack by Big Joe Davis. I love it when Joe Davis gets a sack because that means his motor's running, Coach.
He played well, and it was great to see a senior out there contributing to big plays, and I was proud of Joe. I mean, he really set the tone for the defense.
Great return right here by Hinton for 43 yards and a touchdown. You got to be happy when you're getting points from your special teams.
Well, 7 years in a row, I think we've scored some kind of special teams touchdown, and that's remarkable right there because it's hard to get points when you're on special teams.
You just saw a sack from Jordan Lewis. And then Skelton hits Hunter Register for 53 yards. The senior gets a nice score on the night. We're up 21-0 at this juncture. They come right back and get a touchdown. It's 21-7. Then Skelton's going to hit Washington for 17. We punt. They get the ball back. And then they're gonna rush. Well, I'm on the wrong. That's Nelson, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah, that was Nelson for 9.
Okay.
Then you come back and look like hit Jamar Washington here for a big gainer.
Yep. Then Devon Ben takes it the rest of the way up the middle for a 6-yard touchdown. 27-7 Jaguars at this juncture. Coach, you really got some good kicking from your kickoff. Fontenot he was kicking the ball deep that night.
Yeah, that was Barajas. Barajas usually do our kickoffs for us, and that cover team did an outstanding job pinning them inside the 20 several times.
You saw Skelton hit register for 10. Ben's going to rush for 8. And then Ben's going to rip one for 20. Devon Ben had a good night for you, Coach.
It was always good to be able to run the football, and I think that's who we are. And when we stick to that, we have a chance to be successful.
Then you see Craig Nelson take it in for a 9-yard touchdown. 34-7 this juncture. We get the ball back. Skelton hits Hinton for 11. Then he's going to hit Kendrick Jones for 25 and a touchdown. Extra point good by Fontenot. 41-7 at this juncture. Missed interception right here, Coach. Great quarterback hurry, but definitely should have had the ball back on that.
Yeah, it should have been a pick right there. Guys playing a little volleyball with it.
Good sack right here by Jordan Lewis.
He's getting healthy, and we're going to need him down the stretch.
There you go. You have the first half. Score 41-7, Jaguars at the half. When we come back, we'll look at the second half on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
Where's everybody going? This game's not over. So we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
Come play like a star, where the rewards and thrills never end at Hollywood Casino. Eat, play, and win big from our epic buffet. Open from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day. To our awesome Players Club that gives you the most back. Come and play the hot new $64,000 Hollywood High-Low game on Fridays from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. You could be called to play. Just guess if the next card will be higher or lower, and you could win. Only at Hollywood Casino, Baton Rouge.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where each week we come to you from Hollywood Casino. We invite you to come out, neighborhood of about 6:30. You can register to win some Bayou Classic tickets, courtesy of Hollywood Casino. All you got to do is go down to the boat. All right, Coach, we're up 41-7 at the half. What do you talk about with your team? You're totally dominating this team. What do you talk about to try to get them to have some productive minutes in the second half?
Well, really, it's just continue to play well. Let's come out the second half. Let's 0-0. We get the ball. Let's put it in the end zone, and then let's try to keep them out of the end zone. Let's keep executing, keep playing up to our expectation. And I really thought they came out in the second half and did that.
Coach, as I mentioned in the first segment, you guys outclassed and outscored the Dragons. But this kind of game is good for your team's confidence. It's good to get multiple players, a lot of playing time. But for Dawson Odums, how do you view and grade a game like this when you beat a team down like that? What do you take from it as a coach to get your team better?
Well, you always find something you can work on. You look at you try to make your corrections. We evaluate it as a coaching staff. We evaluate it as a team, and we move on to the next one. But we went through corrections today. We got a chance to correct some things that we did wrong in that football game. And the one thing that stood out that we've been really talking about is effort. I really thought our effort was really, really good on Saturday, and we didn't play down to the team that we was playing against. And that was something we haven't done all year, is that we've been playing against teams that I thought we were better than, but we didn't finish. And from start to finish, we played 60 minutes.
That's what it's all about, playing 60 minutes. Let's jump into those second half highlights and show the Jaguar Nation exactly what happened on the last home game of the 2019 season at A.W. Mumford Stadium. Here you see Prophet. He gets hit at the line, but he spins and gets 7 out of that. McDaniel comes in for some time, and he hits Prophet for 14. Then Barajas is going to get set up to make a nice field goal. You see a nice run right there by Devon Ben. Is that Nelson, coach, taking it in?
I think that's Ben.
Ben?
Yep.
Jaguars got the ball back.
I think that's Prophet right
Prophet
now.
running right now. McDaniel's going to hit
That's Prophet.
Prophet for 14.
Yep.
Barajas gets on the board with 3 from 20 yards out. Score is 51-7 at this juncture. Great tackle for loss right there by Small. Good quarterback hurry right here. McDaniel's back in. He hits Kendrick Jones for 12. Then he's going to hit Hinton for 7.
Keep an eye on that name, Kendrick Jones, going down the stretch. I think he's going to make some big plays for us.
Nelson's going to take one for 9. Then he's going to take one for 8.
Glad to see him healthy.
Then he rips one for 32.
Yeah, he's
That was a
transferred
nice
from
run right
Indiana.
there.
You know, he's starting to get his groove, and you starting to see him put it together.
Then he gets into the end zone from 3 yards out. Fontenot with a good kick. Jaguars up 58-7 at this juncture. Game was not over, though. Nice sack by Walker right here.
Great effort. Great pursuit of the football.
Then an interception by Caldwell. It's good to see that young man get an interception, get some confidence as 2 big games are coming up.
Well, he's going to have to play, and, you know, we use everybody that travels, so that's a good run right there.
Sims for 11, Sims for 10.
Sims going to be pretty good.
Then Sims takes one for 43.
The hammer.
Then he gets one for 8.
Thought he was going to get in the box right here, and, you know, he had a chance to get in, and since he didn't get in, time was running out. And, you know, I think it's always a class thing to do. You don't try to run a score up. You go ahead and take a knee, and the game was in hand. And, you know, the coach was very appreciative of that. And I told him, man, that's just who we are. We're not trying to. Your kids gave a great effort. Be safe on the way back. And I really thought our guys played with a lot of class and effort in that football game.
Well, there you have it from the coach. When we come back, we'll look at our Alpha Media Players of the Week and the Coca-Cola Player interview on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love. Each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Where your seafood comes from has everything to do with its flavor, its quality, and even its safety. Cheap imported seafood raised in ponds overseas has nothing on the incredible flavor and quality of the fresh fish, shrimp, crabs, and oysters caught right here in Louisiana waters. We all know that the best dishes are made with the best ingredients, and Louisiana seafood is the best you can buy. So know what you're buying and make sure you're serving delicious Louisiana seafood. Because when you know better, you eat better.
Hi, I'm Coach Dawson Odums, and if you're looking for a great new or used car, Jerry Lane Chevrolet invites you to come and check them out. Whatever your taste in vehicle is, they got a great lineup to fit your style, and most importantly, your budget. Personally, they're taking care of me with this great truck. I'm a big guy, and this a big truck. It's roomy and comfortable, and it has to get up and go when I need to get up and go. So remember, whatever your taste in vehicles, come visit us at Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Go Jags!
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Of course, this week in this segment, we always have our Alpha Media Players of the Week on offense, special teams, and defense. Coach, who were they for the Virginia Lynchburg game?
Offensively, I believe for the first time, we'll be able to get to a position that normally don't get a lot of recognition, and that's an offensive lineman. Jonathan Bishop, who's been really, really good for us all year, is our offensive player of the week. And special teams, you look at getting a return for a touchdown. B. Hinton is our special team player of the week. And defense, a whole lot of guys you could have picked from, but Jordan Lewis is our defensive player of the week, and those are Alpha Media players of the week.
Congratulations to those gentlemen. After the game, we had a chance to catch up with a couple of players. Joe Dupree filed this Coca-Cola player interview with Ladarius Skelton, Devon Ben, and Jalen Brinson.
Well, Todd, we're here with Ladarius Skelton, and tonight was a night, big blowout against Virginia Lynchburg. You did your thing, man. Ladarius, you had a 193 passing, 2 touchdowns, and you also scored a touchdown on your feet with 58 yards. Once again, scrambling, moving, grooving. How did it feel tonight at senior night? Possibly the last game here at the Bluff, definitely the last season game, regular season game.
It was good getting these seniors out with a dub tonight, especially it was a big night for them.
Seems to be that every game from here on out really counts. So as we move forward to the end of the season, what can we expect from Ladarius Skelton and the Jaguars?
To keep getting better and progressing in the season.
Also, Ladarius, like to talk about your accuracy tonight. You were 10 of 12, 90%. Seems to be your progression, finding your receivers was on point. How did that feel?
It felt great. Actually being 90% accuracy, it was good to be tonight.
Who is your favorite go-to receiver?
Don't have one.
We're here with Devon Ben, and tonight, Devon, you carried it 16 times, 120 yards, 2 great touchdowns, running behind the great blocking of the Jaguars. How did that feel?
It was big. Our line came out. They played excellent tonight, lights out the whole night, and it's just a great momentum going into next week.
As we move on in SWAC play, it is every game count. Well, our next opponent is the Jackson State Tigers. And look, as you continue to move forward, what is your favorite way to receive that thing in the backfield? Do you like to catch and run, or do you like to hand off?
I like it equally because I just want to help my team in every area of the game that I can. And if it's me getting the ball out of the backfield rushing or me catching the ball out of the backfield, whatever help my team to get a win, that's what I want to do.
It is senior night here on the Bluff. Jalen Brinson, part of the J5, been our starting center for 3 years, doing all the great work on that O-line. Man, how did it feel tonight at senior night at this big game?
Well, it was great to go out and see Jaguar Nation. First off, I want to say thank you to Jaguar Nation for a great 5 years while I was here. I think today we went out and played very dominant, which was the goal this year. And the goal today was just to play dominant and have a great game, open up holes for our running back and give our quarterback protection. But it's great to be able to be a senior on this great senior day, and it's great to see Jaguar Nation out there.
Yeah, Jaguar Nation showed up and showed out. Every game counts now. You've been blocking with that O-line, the J5. We're getting ready now. You got Ben. You got a running quarterback like Skelton. What do we do as we prepare for the next game with J-State?
Well, as a team, we just pay attention to the small details, and we just try to go 1-0 every week and on every rep. Coach talked to us all the time about people who don't get the opportunity that we have to be able to play college football. He just talked about seniors, that our opportunities to be able to play college football was winding down. So we're just making sure that we take advantage of every rep and making sure that we take advantage of every play that we get.
Do you have any closing words for the Jaguar Nation for your last home game regular season?
Thank you guys so much for every game, every cheer, for coming out and supporting, traveling away in close games. And I just ask you guys, when you guys come to away games, bring that same energy.
You heard it right here, Todd, on the Jaguar Football Show.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Devon and Ladarius. We hear from them on a regular basis. But it was great to hear from Jalen Brinson, one of the leaders of the vaunted J5, the offensive lineman for Southern University, who's a senior, and did a great job on his interview. Coach, talking about seniors, it was senior night at the A.W. Mumford Stadium, and you had 18 young men who have been with you for 4 or 5 years. Talk about those young men as we show them on the screen, who those seniors were. Talk about those young men and what they've meant to the program.
Arvin Huff, local guy, New Orleans, been in our program for some time now, and just a guy that's already graduated, just happy for him and excited for him because I know he's got a bright future ahead of him. BJ playing well for us this year at safety, another guy that's already graduated, Chicago native, playing really, really well for the Jags this year. Porter, I'm so proud of him that he's getting a chance to play his senior year, had a roller coaster ride. He's graduating, and that's what they come to Southern for, to get a degree. Team captain, Calvin Lunkins is a guy that's been a stellar performer for us this year, and hopefully, he continued to play well down the stretch. CJ Bryant, God don't say too much. The professor, he does a great job. He's getting ready to graduate, receive his degree. Intelligent young man. Local guy, young man playing receiver for us, Daylon Richardson, walked on, doing a great job for us. Had the chance to make some plays Saturday. Just proud of that young man being a part of our program. Another captain for us, the Caven champion defensive tackle that's, playing lights out, and we're going to need him to play dominating football down the stretch. Broomfield, another walk-on for us that got a chance to start the last 2 weeks at corner. Just happy for this senior. I think he's got a bright future in front of him. He's a father and doing outstanding. Hunter Register coming to his own in the month of November, starting to be the guy that we thought he was going to be, and happy for Hunter. He'll be graduating in December. Jalen Brinson has already received his degree. He's in grad school, communication major. That's why he loves to be in front of the camera. Outstanding young man. Jeremiah Abbey is a guy to be graduating in May. He's another one of those seniors, part of that J5. Guys played a lot of football for us. Jeremiah Houston, big-time tight end for us. Parents always at the game, big Cowboy fan. So Jeremiah's done a great job for us. Big Joe. Big Joe's been in our program. I tell you, man, nothing like having him. He does a great job for us, a team captain for us, and having a great career. Big Joe D. Joe Davis is having one of those senior years that I think he's going to be proud of and be able to tell his kids about one day. Jordan Williams is another senior linebacker for us that's finishing out his career. Already has a job in hand, engineering major. Mason already has his degree. Mason's in grad school, business major, doing an outstanding job out of Atlanta, Georgia. Montavious Gaines, another young man that finishes up his degree. He'll be done this December. I'm proud of these guys because they all going to have a degree in hand. Taylor Merritt, another guy that's finished already, has his degree in hand. Taylor's doing an outstanding job for us. Proud of him coming back for his senior year.
Well, there you have it. The senior Jaguars for 2019. Wonderful young men. As you can hear from Coach, lots of them already have their degrees. When we come back, we're going to look forward to this weekend's game against the Jackson State Tigers on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
Where's everybody going? This game's not over. So we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
Come play like a star, where the rewards and thrills never end at Hollywood Casino. Eat, play, and win big from our epic buffet, open from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day, to our awesome Players Club that gives you the most back. Come and play the hot new $64,000 Hollywood High-Low game on Fridays from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. You could be called to play. Just guess if the next card will be higher or lower, and you could win. Only at Hollywood Casino, Baton Rouge.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Coach, we got to jump into some conversation about Jackson State. This weekend we go to Jackson. They sit at 4-6 on the season, 3-2 in the SWAC. good for third place in their division. What do the Tigers like to do on offense and defense, Coach?
Well, they settled in at quarterback. Jones has done a good job since they've named him the quarterback. He started against Alabama A&M this past week. A dynamic runner. He's a very good thrower, very talented young man. I think he was a part of the Florida Gators at one point in time. So he'll be the guy. It starts with him, and he makes it go on offense. Defensively, they're going to blitz you. They like to play man. We're going to have to win some one-on-one. I think we got some guys that can do that, and our O-line's going to get tested. They're going to have to protect, and if they give our quarterback time, it should be a good day for the Jags.
Coach, one thing I know, the records don't matter when Jackson State and Southern University play. I think it's equally a rivalry, just as Grambling is with the Jaguars. When we come back, we're going to close out this week's edition of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Where your seafood comes from has everything to do with its flavor, its quality, and even its safety. Cheap imported seafood raised in ponds overseas has nothing on the incredible flavor and quality of the fresh fish, shrimp, crabs, and oysters caught right here in Louisiana waters. We all know that the best dishes are made with the best ingredients, and Louisiana seafood is the best you can buy. So know what you're buying and make sure you're serving delicious Louisiana seafood. Because when you know better, you eat better.
Hi, I'm Coach Dawson Odums, and if you're looking for a great new or used car, Jerry Lane Chevrolet invites you to come and check them out. Whatever your taste in vehicle is, they got a great lineup to fit your style, and most importantly, your budget. Personally, they're taking care of me with this great truck. I'm a big guy, and this a big truck. It's roomy and comfortable, and it has to get up and go when I need to get up and go. So remember, whatever your taste in vehicles, come visit us at Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Go Jags!
Coach, before we close out this week's show, got to ask you, rivalry. Who's the bigger rival, do you think? Grambling or Jackson State?
Well, I just think they both equal. I think, our fan base gets up for both of those games. I really think that the Jackson fan base is more like us. So that's why it's always an intense football game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Well, Jaguar Nation, we need you up there, all right?
Go Jags!